Okay, everybody, let's get started. It's 5 minutes after 3, at least here in Germany. I hope you're all doing well. So tonight we are going to talk about eGold, right? And before we talk about eGold, let me just introduce myself first. My name is Eugene. I'm based out of Germany, and I have been part of Tech Protocol. I joined Tech Protocol on day one, and I've been working with Vishal and Wojciech for the last 18 months. And Wojciech is coming in, and yeah, and I just came from Dubai, where we discussed the new project, which is the second element in this Tech Protocol ecosystem, and the name of that project is eGold. And I am a typical Central European guy with no emotions, not very emotional. So it's not easy to get me excited. But after I came back from Dubai, I was really pumped about this new opportunity that I'm going to share with you. And the name is eGold. And before we talk about eGold, I would like to talk about a thing that is called Bitcoin. And I guess everyone here on the call knows what Bitcoin is and understands what kind of unique features it has. It's fully decentralized. It's 100% peer-to-peer. So there is no intermediary. There is no central authority that can intervene. It's 100% from person to person, peer-to-peer. It's also borderless, and it's unhackable. So when explaining Bitcoin, I tend to use the gold analogy. So if you compare Bitcoin to gold, and gold is basically the traditional store of value, the legacy store of value, and to me, Bitcoin is the new store of value. And if you compare those two things, and I don't mean to say gold is bad, so I know our Indian friends, they love gold, don't be offended, but I think Bitcoin is superior to gold. Just imagine transporting 1 million worth of gold from Germany to Malaysia, let's say. This will be a huge project, right? You need someone to transport the gold. You need someone to do the customs clearance. You need a tax advisor. You might need an independent inspector, confirming that the gold is not fake, right? Yeah, it will take time. It will take money to transport that gold. And yeah, with Bitcoin, you don't need anyone to confirm it's real, because Bitcoin cannot be faked, and Bitcoin is unhackable. And what does it take for Bitcoin, for $1 million worth of Bitcoin to be sent from Germany to Malaysia? Well, only a few seconds, and maybe, I don't know, $50 blockchain fee, right? So here you really see the power of this new generation store of value. And Bitcoin is not only technologically advanced compared to other stores of value, it's also financially very, very attractive. Because if you look at the last performance of the last 10 years performance of Bitcoin, it really has outperformed all assets existing on the market. It has outperformed the second best asset, NASDAQ 100, by 10 times. So an average NASDAQ 100 was growing by 20% in the last 10 years, and Bitcoin was growing an average by 200%, right? So we all know Bitcoin is now going through a major correction, but if you have been around for long enough, you probably know that this is just temporary, and you probably know that these corrections are needed to shake out the weak hands, to clean the market, so we only have high quality participants in the network. And once this has happened, we will start moving towards the new all-time high again. And I guess you guys understand what is happening and why those DeFi platforms and those algorithmic stable coins are being attacked by the central banks, because yeah, for the same reason that I just explained, they want only the true believers, only the diamond hands in the Bitcoin network. And if you are still here, congratulations, guys. I think from now on, we will see more quality in the Bitcoin network, and it's only a matter of time if we when we start moving towards the next all-time high. So how is Bitcoin being generated? So the process that helps us to generate or mine new Bitcoins is called Bitcoin mining. This is happening on the blockchain. The blockchain has different, what I call nodes, or different computers, many computers that are connected to the network, and every computer has a copy of the blockchain stored, and those computers, they confirm transactions, and they write them down on the public ledger, on so-called blocks, and those blocks will be connected with each other, and that's why it's being called the blockchain. And those people who use the blockchain using an interface, they use so-called wallets, and if you own the private keys of those wallets, you basically own the Bitcoin. If you don't own the private keys, you don't own the Bitcoin. So not your keys, not your cheese, right? So we all dream about financial freedom, right? And financial freedom, in my mind, is only possible if you generate passive income, right? And what if you would generate passive income with the hardest asset on earth, which is of course Bitcoin? I think we all agree on that. So to generate passive income where you get Bitcoins on a regular basis, you need to do Bitcoin mining. So that's probably the best way to generate passive income with Bitcoin. And mining has been a huge industry. In 2021, the total mining market was valued at $2.2 trillion, and it's growing every year by 28%. So it's estimated that the mining business will reach $5 trillion by 2028. All right. Yeah, I need to let in some people. All right, good. However, there is a challenge with Bitcoin mining, right? Because meanwhile, the mining difficulty is so high that you need specialized hardware. So mining difficulty is when many participants join the network. The more nodes we have, the more difficult is it to mine Bitcoin for individual miner. So that's why we need specialized hardware to compete in this network. And those specialized machines are called ASIC miners. If we talk Bitcoin, right? If we talk other cryptocurrencies, we might use GPUs, but with Bitcoin, we need specialized hardware, which is not cheap, right? So first you need to buy the hardware, which is a lot of money, and the delivery time. This is something that you also cannot underestimate. The delivery time right now for ASIC miners is something between 4 and 6 months, right? And those miners also have high maintenance costs, and they consume a lot of electricity. And you also need to store those ASIC miners somewhere, because you don't want to have them at home. They're loud, they produce a lot of heat, right? So there is a lot of different stakeholders that you need to trust before you can set up a mining facility. You need to trust the supplier, that the supplier will deliver the machines to your home. You need to trust an expert who will set up the farm for you, unless you're an expert yourself, but I don't know how many of you know how to set up a mining machine. You also need to trust the stable internet that you need, because if you lose internet connection, you will have downtime, okay? And if one of your ASIC miner is having a downtime, you need to repair it, which is a cost as well. So there is, and you also need to trust the person who owns the facility, the warehouse where you store the mining equipment. So there's so many stakeholders that you need to trust and that you need to rely on. and there's also so much money and time you need to invest. But the reward is coming in Bitcoin, in the hardest asset in the world, which is on the other side of the equation, right? So how do we solve all those problems that we just discussed? Well, eGold is the solution, right? Because eGold is virtual mining. So the main difference between traditional Bitcoin mining and eGold mining is it's not physical, it's virtual, right? And you basically do not own a physical mining machine, you own a so-called NFT, a non-fungible token sitting on the blockchain. And you have 100% ownership of this NFT because you have the private keys to your decentralized wallet. And that essentially means that the NFT belongs to you and nobody can take it from you, right? A physical miner can be stolen, it can be taken from you by the government, let's say, or any other central authority, right? An NFT cannot be taken from you. So there's no physical shipment involved. So the delivery time is instant. You buy the NFT today, you get it straight to your wallet immediately, right? It's all transparent on the blockchain. You will see all transactions associated with the NFT on the blockchain, right? So again, with virtual mining, you eliminate all the disadvantages, all the inefficiencies you have with physical mining. All right. So on this table, you will see the main differences, and the ones of you who were in Dubai, you listened to Wojciech's experience with mining, and I also had a similar experience. I have quite a few GPUs sitting in my basement that I didn't turn on for, I don't know, 2-3 years, because it's not profitable of the high electricity cost here in Germany. It might be profitable somewhere else in the world, but it's not profitable here. So that's why it's just sitting there in the basement doing nothing, collecting dust. So, and if you want to do Bitcoin mining or Ethereum mining, you need to optimize a lot of different variables in the equation, like the electricity cost, like the machine cost, and so on. So if you compare the mining cost between eGold and the traditional mining system, eGold NFT cost is a lot lower than traditional mining. You have miner verification, right? You see exactly where the miner is sitting on the blockchain because it's virtual, right? For physical miners, you never can be sure about the physical location. Energy consumption is close to nothing. It's none. The only energy consumption is your phone, right, where you operate your NFT or your decentralized wallet. And then the miner shelf life can be unlimited, right? As long as the blockchain exists, as long as the internet exists, you can own your miner. With physical miners, that's not the case. And Metaverse is the new big thing that is emerging right now, also with Facebook moving to Meta. And eGold will be sitting in the Metaverse, right? Where you can go in, put on your glasses, your VR glasses, you can go into the warehouse, click on your miner, and just see all the parameters associated with your miner. And there is no maintenance involved. And as I said, physical miners require a lot of maintenance. There is no shipping costs involved. Well, the only shipping cost is the blockchain fee, right? Which is neglectable. It's very low. And then miner downtime. This cannot happen with your NFTs, right? Because there's nothing that can break, essentially. So eGold has a lot of superior advantages, and eGold will also be the name of the native currency, of the native token that is sitting on the Binance Smart Chain, right? So eGold will be the main currency of the eGold mining ecosystem. All right. So let's talk about the tokenomics of eGold. And if you guys look at the maximum supply, you will recognize a number that you might know, 21 million. This is also the total supply of Bitcoin, right? And the halving cycle will be similar to Bitcoin as well. So that will be approximately every 4 years. And then the total mining period will be a bit shorter than with Bitcoin. It's 80 years. I think Bitcoin mining will last until 2140, so which is, I think, 130 years. So, and 20 million will be available for mining, 100,000 will go into the liquidity farm, 100,000 will be reserved for tech coin staking. So the ones of you who are part of tech protocol, tech coin will sound familiar to you. And if you own tech coins, you can stake them for eGold. So you stake tech coin and you earn eGold, right? And yeah, eGold, if you understand that the setup of the mining system, you will understand how precious eGold might become, and you might earn eGold by staking your tech coins that you earned with your hashtags. So 700,000 will go into the development fund, 100,000 will be kept by the team, and 15,000 will go into the trading liquidity. And here on the right-hand side, you will see how many eGold tokens will be mined over the years to come, right? So, so how does it work? You basically connect your Binance Smart Chain decentralized wallet to eGold.farm. You buy a miner, you stake the miner, and you pay fees and taxes that we will discuss in a few moments. You collect eGolds, you claim them, right? You can trade them for other assets like BNB, BUSD, or you can just hold them, right? I mean, holding a cryptocurrency has been the best way to create wealth. If you look at Bitcoin, if you held Bitcoin for at least 4 years, you were always in profit. So yeah, holding eGold or holding cryptocurrency in general is a good strategy. Okay, so these are the miners that you can choose from, and there will be 4 different miners. The smallest one is G1, and that will come at a cost of $20 only, right? And the meta hash will be 20. So the mining power is measured in the meta hash, and the bigger your miner, the more meta hash you will get. So the smallest is $20 and the biggest is 2,500. We will discuss all details of those miners using the Gitbook, because this is pretty much the best way to do it. Let me just switch over to Gitbook right quick. And I have to say, this is the best maintained Gitbook I've ever seen, guys. So if you introduce eGold to someone, I would really encourage you to use the Gitbook, right? Because all you need to know is here. I know slides might be more appealing and looking more sexy. That's true, but the Gitbook is very well maintained. All the documentation is here. So Vishal and the team has done an awesome job in providing this piece of material. Okay, so if you go to list of miners, right, you will see those 4 miners. And let me take G2 as an example. I believe this will be the most sold miner. So the price is $100. And during the pre-sale, you guys will get 2% discount. I will talk about pre-sale and when the mining starts and when the trading starts in a few moments, but let's first discuss how the miner will work, because this system is very, very unique. I haven't seen it before. I haven't seen something like this before, and you will understand why it's so unique. So the lifetime of your miner is basically unlimited as far as time, right? But as far as how many times you can claim your profit, this will be limited to 10 claims, okay? So with every claim, your miner will be worn out by 5%. And after 10 claims, it's completely worn out and you cannot use it anymore, okay? So the lifetime is basically 10 claims. So you can claim your profits 10 times. But before you can claim your eGold, your mined eGold, you need to pay 50% fee, right? So the name of the fee is just a placeholder for now. We as a community are deciding right now how we will call it. I personally like the name MetaFuel. And why fuel? Because this 50% will be burned. You see? So this 50% will be taken out of the circulation, which will reduce the supply, the total supply, and will help the price. Okay, so there is a strong interconnection between supply and price, as you probably know, or price and demand, no, supply and demand, and of course, price as well. So before you can claim your eGold, you need to buy eGold on PancakeSwap, and you have to burn it. So that will do two things. So first, there is constant demand on PancakeSwap, and there is also a reduction of the total supply. This will be ongoing. And also the selling pressure will be reduced with this 10 claim lifetime, because people will not claim every day and sell on PancakeSwap. They will not claim constantly. They will be careful with their claims. They will plan ahead, and that will reduce the selling pressure on PancakeSwap. So that will support the price big time. There's also a so-called warehouse tax, which is 1%. So you basically pay 50% plus 1%, which is 51%. And then you also pay 5% on every claim. Okay, so let me go to the claim section right quick. Claim tax. So the first claim is for free. There is no tax. The second claim is 5%. Then by the time you claim all 10 times, you will have paid 45% plus the 50. So yeah, basically after 10 claims, your miner is has reached its lifetime. Okay. So again, I will encourage you to go to the Gitbook, and to find the Gitbook, it's pretty easy. You go to eGold.farm, you hit learn more, and that will take you to the Gitbook. Okay, so the white paper is coming. Let me show you the roadmap. So the pre-sale has started on the 3rd of July, which is basically 3 days ago. And then the mining will be activated on the 3rd of August. The first version of the Metaverse will be launched on the 6th of August. And we had a exclusive sneak peek into the Metaverse when we were in Dubai. And I think later on we can share some videos or not. Let's see if Wojciech will allow us. Let's see. And then eGold trading will start on PancakeSwap on the 20th of August. Okay, so these are the most important milestones here. So this has happened already. So the pre-sale has started. Then mining starts on the 3rd of August. and trading on PancakeSwap starts on the 20th of August. And the liquidity on PancakeSwap will be added in a very smart way. It will be, I believe, it will be 1,000 tokens per day, but not all at once, because we don't want to have big wallets in the system. We don't want to have whales that will be dumping on us, right? So that's why the injection of liquidity will be done in a very smart way. And I really like this approach, because we want to have a wide distribution. We don't want to have big players. Well, we want to have big players that believe in the project and will not dump on our team members, right? So that's why I really like this approach. And then TechCoin mining will start. TechCoin staking, actually. You will stake your TechCoin to get eGold. This will come on the 30th of August. So if you guys want to take advantage of that, don't sell your tech coins. How will eGold support TechCoin and Tech Protocol? And this is a very, very unique idea, unique feature. 10% of all the miner sales will go into buy and burn of tech coins, which will support the TechCoin price, because TechCoin is the OG token, right? The original token of Tech Protocol. And TechCoin will be moving to the Tech Chain, which is also a big event, but we don't have a date yet. Okay. So, all right. I think that's all I wanted to share. I didn't want to spend a lot of your time, guys. We can do a Q&A. I guess I can unmute the mics. And oh no, wait, something very important. The invitation program. I guess many of you are here for the invitation program, right? So there will be two different compensation plans. So one is uni-level and one is the infinity plan. So let me start with the uni-level. So the uni-level plan will have maximum 16 levels, and to unlock all 16 levels, you will need a direct sales of $1,600. Okay, so let's say you join, buy your NFT, and someone in your first line will buy $1,600 worth of miners. Let's say 3 G3 miners and 1 G2. That will be 1,600, and that will unlock all 16 levels for you. So from your direct partners, you will receive 12%. So let's say someone in your front line will buy a G2 miner, which is $100. You will get $12 instantly. It will be placed in the smart contract instantly, and you can claim it anytime. And we will be paying miners with BUSD, and the commissions will also come in BUSD. So in an environment like this, in the middle of the bear market, I think you guys will appreciate that we get in with stable coins and we get out with stable coins. So stable in, stable out, right? And yeah, when mining starts, we will also get eGold tokens. Really excited to see how eGold tokens will develop. All right, so next to the uni-level plan, there is a infinity plan that you have to qualify for. So if you have a team sales of $40,000, so team sales basically means all levels available. And if you reach 40,000 in sales, you will unlock 1% infinity bonus. So that basically means that you get 1% on top of your sales in any of the 16 levels, but also beyond the 16 levels. So if you have, let's say, sales of $100,000 beyond the 16 levels, you will still benefit from that if you have unlocked the infinity level. Okay, so you basically get 1% of on top of all your sales. And yeah, if someone in your team will also reach the 1%, that person will basically cut you off, which is not a big problem, because once you move to $100,000, you will get 2%, and then you will get a difference between 2 and 1 from that person who already achieved infinity level 1 in your team. So the challenge here is to stay yeah, ahead of your partners down below. Yeah, so to be at least 1% higher than your partners below. That will allow you to earn infinite commissions. Okay, all right. So that's all I have for now. I think we can go ahead and allow you guys to unmute. Good. And then I will also activate the chat room. You guys can use the chat.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Wojciech.
Maybe you can ask Vishal to say something about eGold and about the claim logic.
Yeah, Vishal, you might want to share with us the logic behind the claims and why the team has come up with this idea.
So the basic argument is a very simple one. In physical mining, like Bitcoin mining, there is a cost, and the mining is not perpetual. So one of the problems you have with yield farms and the staking platforms that we have, or on the DeFi protocols, is that the mining is free of cost. So what happens is, for example, I can create a Vishal coin. I can sell 100 Vishal coins. I can create another 100 Vishal coins and tell people that if you stake Vishal coin, you get more Vishal coin. So, that's typically, the modus operandi of all staking protocols that do exist right now. And I think we wanted to change that game. Now, what we were evaluating is how do we mimic the attributes of physical world mining into a virtual environment. So, one of the things that we realized, if somebody was a big miner of Bitcoin in, let's say, year 2015, 16, or 17, in year 2022, it is not necessarily the same people are the biggest miners of Bitcoin today. So, and the reason is because the Bitcoin mining machines have a shelf life that implies that, typically a Bitcoin mining machine that you would buy would have a shelf life of 18 to 36 months, depending on the electricity cost of where you're located. So effectively, what we understand is the mining machines themselves become redundant in 18 to 36 months. Now we wanted to, mimic the same feature in virtual mining. So that's why we created this claim tax. Now, claim tax can also be considered as depreciation of machine, in another word or language. So the idea being, if there is cost associated with mining, there is incentive for miners to evaluate their profit strategies. And plus, by putting, effectively, there are two charges that we have put into place. One is your fuel tax, or your meta tax, whatever, or electricity costs, we're still building consensus on what it should be called. But effectively, that 50% ensures that there is cost to mining. So if you've mined 100 eGold, you need 50 eGold to, claim that 100 eGold. Now, that is from an individual perspective. But if we see it from an entire network perspective, let's say in 1 month, all miners together have mined 100,000 eGold. They need at least 50,000 eGold to be able to claim that 100,000 eGold. And plus that 50,000 eGold is essentially getting burned. So the miners have to take out supply to be able to profit themselves. So what that's creating is scarcity of eGold, and that's creating incentive on the other side for traders. As a trader, then you would essentially know that miners need eGold to be able to claim their mining. So effectively, there is incentive for traders to hold on to the eGold. So that creates what we call is like a tug of war between the miners and the traders. Now, that tug of war is good because that enables people to build strategies and ideas to work with the system, and effectively that keeps the trading of eGold and the price discovery more real. In a sense. So, those are, few things we're trying to accomplish. So, one we discussed is why that 50% tax, and the claim tax essentially is a depreciation. Just like Bitcoin, your yields are dropping every day, right? In Bitcoin, you start mining with Bitcoin, every day your yields are dropping. So we want to mimic that function of yield drop and eventually take the machine out of circulation, so that in future, let's say 18 months down the line, if there were a new miner who decided to come into eGold ecosystem and started mining, we don't want to create a disadvantage between old miners and new miners to a point where it becomes redundant. So the earlier miners have an advantage that they accumulate more eGold, but the latter miners can still function from an economic perspective. The balance between the benefit for the early adopters versus the economics for the new adopters, where the new adopters who come, new people who come into the system shouldn't be disadvantaged with the old people, because there should be a level playing field at all particular time. So I mean, those are some of the ideas that we were grappling with, and I think working with TAC protocol and studying the mining ecosystem in general has given us a lot of insight in terms of both the mining process and the market making process. And what we've tried to do with eGold is combine these two challenges and build a product that basically caters to both the traders as well as the miners, and so that we create that right balance so the ecosystem can grow in a healthy manner.
Cool. Thanks for sharing, Vishal. So I think we will open up the forum now, guys. So if you have any questions, use the chat function or just unmute.
Yeah, Limbic, I have a quick question
Yes,
about the miners. Is 5 G3 miners equivalent to 1 G4 miners in terms of the meta hash or the capability, the mining capability?
Yes, absolutely, yes. So effectively, at the core is your meta hash power. I mean, just Bitcoin has hash power, so we have meta hash power, correct? So as more people buy more miners and more meta hash gets deployed. So I mean, Eugene, if you can just go to the eGold tokenomics below the project roadmap. Thank you. So if you can scroll down, maybe further down. There's a chart right at the bottom. Here, yes. So you see, here is the production of eGold. So 6,850 eGolds are getting produced every day. So if the total capacity of the network, for example, was 6,800 meta hash, so one meta hash would get you one eGold a day. But as people buy more miners, the distribution of this eGold gets further divided. That's how fundamentally the mining works. So meta hash is important, and at the core is your capacity or your share of the network is equal to the total meta hash you want compared to other users.
But there's a limitation of 25, isn't it, for one wallet or something like that?
Yes.
So is there any way you can swap such that when you're standing, your financial standing is good, you want to line up the G4. You don't want this small great miner to be there.
So it is your individual choice, right? You can create two wallets, but the reason we have put a limitation of a single wallet holding not more than 25 NFT, put the limitations to smart contract calls, right? So because we have to evaluate earnings of each and every miner independently within the smart contract. So when you make a claim, we'll have to run through the entire evaluation. So when you, in a single call, we don't want to exceed beyond 25 miners. But I mean, if you wanted to hold 50 or 100 miners, you can easily create 4 wallets. But because we've got limitations within how much computation we can do within a smart contract, hence we have to decide a limit of number of miners a particular wallet can hold. So in this case, it's 25. But you can always transfer your miners and get better miners in one wallet, and you can segregate, chop and churn, and manage your miners that way.
Thank you.
All right, so looking at this chart, Vishal, with almost 7,000 tokens per day, I think we can expect, well, the block size will be 50, similar to Bitcoin before the first halving. So we can expect a new.
Effectively, we've taken the Bitcoin numbers and extrapolated them on the BSC blockchain. So in this case, a BSC block is 3 seconds. So effectively 0.23 eGold per block. But if you put it into 10-minute perspective, it will roughly come to around 50 BTC. Or the 50 eGold logic, roughly. So we had to do the reverse mathematics and split it down to 3-second block, because a Bitcoin block is 10 minutes and a Binance Chain block is 3 seconds. So it's effectively we had to do the math evaluation the other way around.
So will we see the eGolds coming in every 3 seconds, or will the display?
So it will come in every 3 seconds. So the moment you stake your your miner immediately activates and it is continuously mining eGold for you. And you will see update every 3 seconds on the interface where how much eGold have mined.
All right. Yeah, so I guess we will have our Bitcoin 2009 moment, right, with eGold, which is
so here,
yeah.
in terms of simple analogy, here is the challenge, right? So if Bitcoin is a good mining ecosystem which produced 21 million points, in our case, if you look at the broad math of it, you probably end up earning 70 to 75% of eGold. So effectively, the mining in real number is 20 million. But if people claimed everybody to claim all their eGold, they will have to burn essentially 75% of eGold, right? So 50%. So effective supply of eGold is really 5 million.
Yeah. And maybe for the sake of people who never had experience with mining, so let me simplify the process. Let's say there is 50 miners in the system and all 50 miners have the same size. So that means that every approximately 10 minutes, each miner will get one eGold token, correct?
Approximately, yes.
Yeah. Like 50 tokens will be produced every 10 minutes and they will be distributed across all miners in the system. And if there is 50 miners, every miner will get one token.
And if that number goes from 50 to 100, then they will get 0.5. And if it went to 200, 0.25. So as the number of miners increase, the yield per miner will decrease.
Right. And maybe let me put up this here. Give me a sec. Yeah. So this simulator was produced by our friend Captain Malik. And here we can simulate the potential earning. So let's say there is 1 million metahash in the system, the red cell, right? You can change it anytime. And let's say the block reward is 50, which it will be before the first halving. What else can we change here? So we can change how many metahash you own. So this is someone owning the big G4 miner with 2,500 metahash. And then the eGold price, let's say it's $5. So if you deploy $2,500 and the eGold price is $5, you will be receiving $1,285 every month. Well, of course, this is a simulation and we can change parameters. Let's say it's $3, then we will receive 770 per month. And I think the request was that you guys, Vishal and the team, that you implement something similar into the.
So we are in process of building a mining profitability calculator, which will be up in next day or two.
Wow, so fast. Okay. Cool. All right. Any other questions, guys? So the chat is active. Let's see. Okay, there is a question from Jonathan. Good morning, a pleasure to greet you and hear about the business. A hug from Argentina. Well, that's not a question, but thank you.
I think Lana is asking, how does the purchase, one purchase pre-sale? So you just have to go to egold.farm. So I mean, maybe you can just open up the website. People can just look at the, website, and you can just run them through the process of.
Yeah, so the first thing you will do, you go to egold.farm. Easy to remember, right? eGold.farm. And then you connect your MetaMask wallet. And I believe most of you will be using the smartphone. So the best wallet to use, well, to me it's Token Pocket, but the easiest to use, I believe, is Trust Wallet. So you basically download the Trust Wallet, you set up a Binance Smart Chain network, which you can also do in the MetaMask wallet. There is a instruction online how you can add the Binance Smart Chain into to your MetaMask wallet, and then you hit Enter App. It will ask you which wallet you're using. You're using MetaMask. and then you just go to buy miner. Well, I am signed up already, but if you are not signed up, it will ask you for your referral code, and the referral code is the wallet address of your sponsor. And this is a invite-only community, so you can only join if you have a sponsor referral address. So then you go to buy miner, you choose which miner you want to buy, and then first you approve BUSD. It will take a few moments until it's confirmed on the blockchain, and then the buy now button will pop up. You hit it and you're done. Okay, I don't think you have to stake. Do you have to stake the miner, Vishal?
Yes, you will have to stake the miner
Okay.
manually after. So once you go, there'll be a place which is called manage miner and stake miner. If you go back to the dashboard, so in future, once we start staking, there will be a feature which is going to be called stake miner.
All right. And also, if you click on your miner, you will see your miner ID, and you will see hash power. You will see how many claims are left and all that stuff.
Yes, sir. So the claim works, Karthik, by simply counting the number of claims, right? So each claim, I mean, effectively, every time you claim, if you see that counter, it's 10 on 10. So if you made your first claim, that would be 9 claims pending out of 10, and so on and so forth. So I mean, go from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And on each claim, an additional 5% depreciation tax will be added, or let's call it claim tax. So that means that your first claim is 0%, your second claim is 5%, your third claim is 10%, and 15, 20, 25. As you claim further, the percentage increases, it goes down to about 45%.
Okay, cool. So Ray is asking, how often will this official call be holding? Well, first of all, well, can we call it an official call? I don't think so, because this is totally decentralized. I'm just one of the affiliate partners, so it's not really official, but I think we will set up a Zoom schedule with Wojciech and maybe with Vishal, and do it on a regular basis, right, Wojciech? Yeah. Like once a week, two times a week, depending on.
So I guess somebody can help Lana with the sponsor invitation code. I think she's asking for the invitation code. So I mean, maybe she should just join the Telegram group, and I think somebody will help her there.
Okay, good.
So yeah, guys, I mean, any further questions? And
Yeah, each of these miners, Vishal, they are
yes.
pre-programmed, meaning G1 work at certain, I mean, they have their own algorithm. So it's G2MB. So what is the role of the Metaverse? Is there any way that anybody can go to Metaverse and effect some changes on their own?
No. So the Metaverse right now, the version 1 is going to be view only, where you are going to be able to view your miner and get information and look at the information on your particular miner, and you'll be able to look at all other miners that are there in the farm. Now, as the system grows, we'll add more functionality to the Metaverse in terms of executables, and you'll be able to make more changes. But I mean, like I said, these changes are going to be for fun. They will not really have any real business impact immediately.
Yep.
So effectively, what we have built is a metaverse, right? Where effectively, once you bought a miner, you want to get a sense of how your miner machine is operating, and you look at the ecosystem growing, and the farms and miners that other people have deployed. So effectively, it's an experience zone that we've created within the metaverse, where you can go look at your miner, other people miner, explore the city, see the size and scale of mining operations that are going on with eGold. So that kind of familiarizes people with the whole experience of mining. That's the objective there for now. And then, of course, our intention is, as we go forward, we can develop this metaverse further, and eGold would remain the dominant currency to operate within this metaverse.
So
in other words, it's not interactive. You're not working toward making it more interactive. Otherwise,
No, like I said,
information are all historical.
No, it's live information. So you get live information on your miners within the metaverse and every mine. It's real-time information within the metaverse.
So do you guys mind if I show how the metaverse will look like? We have the short 3-second video that was shown to us in Dubai. Or is this too early to show it?
So you can give them a sneak peek, I guess.
Yeah, it's only, I don't know how many seconds. So let me share. Okay, here we go. So the eGold city will be the name. I can reveal that, I guess.
Yeah, it's a zone A. Yes. You can see actually the hues actually. You see these are, if you can just pause, these are all the sheds in which your miners are going to be placed. So what you're building is, the warehouses, and every warehouse will have a unique code, and you will know exactly where your particular mining machine is set up, and you can always walk to your mining machine and look at your mining machine, and look at information for your mining machine.
Yeah, that's cool. And then in future, you can use VR glasses to navigate.
You could, you could,
you see some shopping experience here.
so we will have a similar experience with miners, where the miners will be placed on the shelf, and you can go look at your miners and look at the information about your miners, and you can execute functions with your miners.
Correct. All right.
Yes, I mean, yes, we will need to purchase the eGold from the Pancake swap. We are not pre-selling any eGold. Like I said, we always have a policy that all projects we work on, the default price of our currency is always zero, and we never pre-sell coins, because we strongly believe that the coin should discover value through the marketplace, and pre-selling coins makes no I mean, whether we value coin at 1 cent or $100, it's either way irrelevant, because the real price of any coin is what market is willing to pay for it. And so whenever we launch a new cryptocurrency, I mean, our fundamental objective is let the market decide the price.
Yeah, so Karan is asking if the electricity will be deducted from the claimed eGold.
No, so you will not, it's not a deduction-based system, it's a payment-based system. That means to claim your 100, if you mine 100 eGold, to claim 100 eGold, you will have to pay 50 eGold. And that means you'll have to go to Pancake swap and buy this 50 eGold to be able to claim your 100 eGold. So the way the process works is you will, 50 eGold will be deducted from your wallet, and 100 eGold will come back to your wallet.
Yep. Okay. Trading liquidity is 15,000 up for grabs on day one trading on PancakeSwap, right?
Yes and no, but we are going to split this 15,000 eGold over 15 days. That means we are going to be adding 1,000 eGold liquidity for first 15 days once the trading starts. So we'll not enter, the reason we are not going to add all 15,000 at one go is because there is always a possibility that an individual can just grab a lot of eGold and hold the entire market hostage. So idea is we'll deploy 1,000 liquidity for first 15 days at random time. So, we could be putting in 50 eGold, 100 eGold, 200 eGold at random time every day. That means we deploy 1,000 eGold every day at random time, and we continue this process for 15 days. So that means the total liquidity of 15,000 eGold will be added over a period of 15 days, randomized.
So yeah, once again, I would like to mention how powerful this idea is, guys, because many projects, they get slammed, they get destroyed by the whales, right? And with this kind of approach, we really avoid big wallets. I know essentially there will be, or eventually there will be big wallets, because we cannot stop people from buying a lot of miners, but those people will also need to buy eGold to claim the huge amount of eGolds that they have collected, you see? So that's why I find this system very smart. So
Yes, Abdullah. Yes, Abdullah is asking if we can check the circulating supply. Yes, so I think you make the contracts, the eGold contract public. So I think everybody will be able to look at the eGold contract and look at the circulating supply distribution. And I think even the staking contracts, everything will be made public. So right now we made the treasury contract and the miner contract public. And as we deploy more services, we will make all contracts public. So, people can just go to the website and check the contracts themselves and verify all information.
Yep. You will also build this section, right? How to register on eGold.
So the how to buy is already put in. So the register, the problem is, so we are working on, because we're also working on the mobile application in this case. So one of the more interesting things we realize, a lot of people are not comfortable with, MetaMask and, Web3 wallet. So we are also simultaneously building a traditional app on top of eGold. Some of our partners are very happy to do that. And so, they intend to launch a more mobile application kind of environment where people will be able to download mobile application and operate eGold through a mobile application interface which they're more comfortable with.
Yep. So the mobile app that was on the roadmap, right?
Yes.
Where is it?
eGold mobile app.
Yeah, that's coming when? Oh, here. October. Yeah.
So we try to intend to launch it before that, but I think we'll be, like I said, we always keep, with all the launch, we always try and keep some space in terms of, because when you work with development, things can go wrong at times and you just have to, consumes more time. So you just keep some margins, because development is not a straightforward process. Right? You click a button, something happens. You're developing and building things every day. So sometimes things go very smoothly and you are able to launch on time everything. And sometimes, you identify an error. So you go back to the drawing board and rectify the problems and just get back on. So, yes.
So
that's a plan.
This mobile app can also be used as a decentralized wallet, right? We can have our seed phrase there,
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Rick has no sponsor. Who will be the first one to get him a link? What will be the main utility of the eGold token Metaverse other than introducing a newer form of mining? Any future plans for this at the moment?
Yes, so the idea is that once we build the eGold mining metaverse, we can expand it further and further build a resource-based metaverse further out where eGold would be at the center of it. So right now, for example, you see a lot of projects selling land in the metaverse without much use cases, right? You're just buying land and speculating on the value of land. So one of the plans we have on the roadmap is to build a resource-based city where for example, to build a house, you need wood, iron, steel, multiple material. So effectively, you might do land sales in future within the eGold metaverse, and then people who want to build or construct houses will have to procure these material, and these materials will also have to be mined. So you create like a production setup. So we can keep expanding onto this metaverse, and eGold is basically going to become the primary coin, which is going to drive this entire ecosystem.
Yep. All right. So guys,
so if you scroll down our roadmap plan, you see eGold City land sales, resource mining, and eGold City metaverse. So that's all already part of the roadmap, so to speak.
All right. So the first version of the metaverse we shall see already in a few weeks, or in 4 weeks, basically. Right?
Well, once the trading begins, we will be able to, apply for CMC. It probably take a week or so. So once we start trading and we have the data, we can put up the coin for listing on CMC. Probably take week 10 days. So we can't give you exact time because CMC sometimes can be very quick and sometimes can be very slow.
Yeah, I prefer CoinGecko. I guess you guys have it on the list as well.
Yes, do both CMC and CoinGecko.
Okay. Well, and once it's on PancakeSwap, you can use it on PooCoin as well, right? Because
yes,
it's just an interface. Because I find
once we activate trading, then the application process will begin, right? We will apply with these various platforms and get them on board.
Yeah, because PooCoin is more convenient as far as
provides you more data.
slippage and stuff, because the slippage is adjusted automatically. So yeah, maybe we can build in a button in the back office that says buy eGold, and that will take us to PooCoin, let's say. Because again, I really like this feature of automatic slippage. Okay, guys, anyone else with a question? Did I forget anything?
So yeah, I mean, one of the key things that I wanted to discuss is that, how does this fit into the tag protocol ecosystem? One of the key questions for people working from tag protocol. So I mean, there are three essential things that we are integrating with tag protocol. First is the burn. So I mean, Eugene, if you can open tagcoin.io. And if you can scroll down to burn. So one of the features, if you see every time a miner is sold, you see the transaction, the burn transactions have already been activated. So every time a eGold miner is sold, 10% of the value is utilized to burn tag coin. So if you see, the transactions have already started, coming through, and I mean, you can see all these transactions, that are coming into buying tag coin and burning tag coin, and everybody can verify this transaction. That's one, that we're utilizing the sales to burn tag coin. Two, the people who already own tag coins and are holding on to tag coins will be able to use their tag coin to stake and earn eGold, and do yield farming with eGold itself. So that creates a second incentive for tag coin holders. And third, once we get to tag chain, the entire eGold ecosystem will move to tag chain. So, and the tag chain is a project that is already under work, and as we get to tag chain, we will move the entire eGold ecosystem from Binance chain to tag chain. So I mean, those are the three things that we're looking at from a larger perspective. So Abdul, right now we cannot really add. So Abdul is asking basically that will people be able to buy eGold miners using tag coin? So at the moment the answer is no, because the way the smart contract system works, we have to attach a default token. And like I said, the eGold miners, the objective is to build a larger, wider community. And so, we have an existing community of tag coin holders, but we also need to bring in new users who might not necessarily have the tag coin. So we had to, choose a base. And plus, considering the market volatility right now, I don't think it is prudent to, even go to BNB under these circumstances. So we basically decided that all sales will happen in BUSD. And like I said, you can always use your tag coin and other things to get into eGold mining if you wish to.
So Vishal, the burning is already in place, is already active?
Correct.
Wow, okay. I didn't expect it to launch so soon. So we are already burning tag coins. Good. So techtool.info, I'm not even familiar with that. Techpool.info. No, techtool.info. Someone is asking why this is not compatible with Token Pocket. Is this an official URL anyway?
Well, it's a third-party website, so I think probably communicate with that developer and see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Kartik sent me a direct message. No, it's not the official URL. Okay, good. So this is where we can track the burning.
Correct.
All right, everybody. Unless there is questions, I would suggest to wrap up the call. Why the price in eGold is much expensive than hashtag?
So you're starting at $20 Hafiz, not so. I mean, the starter miner is $20. So technically, it is cheaper than hashtag. But like I said, if you wanted to accumulate more hash power, so you pay for more hash power. That's how the system works.
Yeah. eGold miners are actually cheaper, a lot
And
cheaper.
And they're completely different theses in terms of how hashtags work and how eGold miners work. They're completely different systems, not comparable.
All right, good. So, any closing words from Wojciech, Vishal? Oh, wait, one more question. What will set the eGold metaverse apart from other metaverses? Are you hoping for game platforms to build on? Why would one want to build there?
So gamification of the economy is the right terminology. So think of a game like SimCity, for instance, where building and towns and effectively consuming resources. Now we want to take it further, take the concept of SimCity and develop it even further so that you even go into the resource production and you distribute the resource production. So yes, it's not really the idea, it's the execution of idea that will effectively decide if something is good. So I mean, when we talk about metaverses right now, there are amazing ideas floating about, but there are very few projects which have executable ideas and which have become functional. So I think what we're hoping for is that if we can create a functional ecosystem that everybody can get on board and understand and profit from, and find economic opportunities with it. So, hopefully that will set us apart from other metaverse projects. But that's the endeavor.
All right. Thanks, Vishal. I think we will take one more question and then we wrap up, guys, if you don't mind. So let's see. Well, if not, we just wrap up, right? I will upload the recording to YouTube and circulate.
Anyway, so first, Eugene, I'd like to thank everybody who joined the call today, and I really appreciate the support that you guys provide us in terms of allowing us to continue the work that we do, and basically you guys are really funding the work we do and allowing us to build these things, and so really appreciate and thank all of you to be give us the opportunity to continue doing the work we're doing. And Eugene, thank you so much for making this brilliant presentation. I mean, I probably learned a few things about eGold myself from you. So
all right, and thanks to Aziz for providing the Zoom Zoom platform for us. All right, guys, so thanks everyone for coming on today and supporting the ecosystem. So all you need to join here is a decentralized wallet on the Binance Smart Chain. It can be Trust Wallet, it can be MetaMask, it can be Token Pocket. You need a referral code from your sponsor. You need BUSD on your wallet and some BNB for the blockchain fee. That's all you need to get started here and start earning eGold. All right. So thanks everybody and see you soon.
Thank you, guys.